All right, so for the multiple choice for lesson 25 worksheet, start off with number one. We have our equation V equals omega R. We know that V is in meters per second. We're looking for what omega is going to be. We know that R is measured in meters. So in order to get meters per second on this side of the equation, we need something in here, right, for our variable that's going to give us meters per second. Well, if we already have meters, those meters are going to cancel, so we know that that variable has to be 1 over seconds. So I guess if we, instead of using x here, use omega just to be consistent. We know that omega has to be in units of 1 over seconds, and so we know that it has to be a per second, and in this particular case it's radians per second, because radians is not an actual unit, it's a ratio. So radians per second is our answer. So for number two, for the spinning disk, which one has the higher angular velocity? That's going to be important. So angular means how many angles is this going through. So if we look at this, the red one and the blue one are both going through the same, so if we say that that's theta there, the same angle. So they are going through the same angle in the same amount of time. Their angular velocities are going to be the same. So for number three, that same spinning disk, let's just rewrite it down here just so we have a little bit easier way of looking at it. So we've got the red here and the blue dot, which dot has the higher tangential velocity. So if we do the same thing, we're going to look at the distance now, because velocity is distance over time, right? That distance. So the blue is going to go this far and the red is going to go this far. So which of those two distances, we'll call that D1 and D2. So that means that D1 is less than D2 just from the length of those arrows. So you can see D2 is greater. So then the velocity of the red dot is going to be D1 over T, and the velocity of the blue dot is going to be equal to D2, D1 over T. The T's are the same, D1 is bigger, so that means that the velocity of the blue dot has to be larger because of this relationship applied to both of those. So the blue dot has a higher tangential velocity.